Hello and full moon blessings, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. Today I'm going to guide you through a yoga flow that you can do in honor of a full moon in Gemini. So we can learn a lot about what the overall theme of an upcoming moon cycle is by looking at the astrological sign that the moon is passing through. So if you chose to practice this class, I'm assuming that you are near or under a full moon in Gemini. The moon is said to represent our subconscious, our emotions, our psyche. And so whenever we are under a full moon, that is a time when something is coming into our awareness that wasn't clear before. It's an illumination, it's a revelation or a realization. With the moon being in Gemini, we are being invited to communicate and share our ideas and our philosophies, to get feedback, to clear up miscommunications or to clear up any uncertainty, and to gain more perspective. Gemini is a very intellectual sign. It's a very gregarious, outgoing, and communicative sign. And so when the moon is in Gemini, we can tend to feel like we are looking at things from every angle, but usually we need to bounce things off of other people to really get the full picture and to kind of look at things from another person's perspective. So this moon could be bringing up some insights that you might want to share with another, or you might be reflecting on some feedback that you got from somebody. In our practice, we're going to first of all be turning the awareness inward, just to kind of let whatever wants to come to the surface come up and to get clear on what's going on internally. But then we're also going to be honoring the sign of the twins, which is Gemini's symbol, through balance poses and through doing things on each side of the body. So with all of that said, we're going to begin in extended child's pose. So you'll come into extended child's pose by starting in tabletop, widening your knees apart, big toes touch, and then sending your hips back towards your heels. Reach your arms forward. Bring your forehead to your mat. If your forehead does not meet the mat comfortably, you could take a block there, or you could stack your forearms and rest your head on the stacked forearms. You want to think about lengthening through the lower back and allowing your rib cage to drop down between your thighs. Take a few breaths for grounding here, feeling the support beneath you, all of the points of contact between your body and your mat. And starting to fill out your breath. Imagine the breath is coming in through the base of your spine, and then it's going out through the base of your spine. You might notice that this naturally lengthens your inhales and your exhales. I think that overall, a full moon in Gemini is really just inviting us to be open to new perspectives, new ideas, to be collaborative, and to also be vulnerable. Take these next few breaths to connect with what your full moon in Gemini means for you today. What is your intention for this full moon in Gemini practice? Take another breath in and out. Breathe in, lift your head, look forward. Exhale, shift forward into your tabletop pose, hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips. A few rounds of cat and cow to start to warm up the spine. Breathe in, lift your sits bones, drop your belly, pull your heart through, and lift your head. Exhale, round your spine, draw your lower abdomen in as you scoop your pelvis forward and tuck your chin towards your throat. A few more, breathe in. Throughout this, I want you pressing into the tops of your feet as you exhale, rounding the spine. 2 more, move with your breath. Last one. Breathe in, come back to center, back to stillness. We're going to inhale, pull the right knee towards the right elbow. Exhale, shoot the right leg out, and then step the right foot down. Really reach through the outside edge of that right foot and try to have all 4 corners of your foot grounded. Take a breath in here. Exhale, sink your hips back towards your heel. Big stretch. Reach the arms forward. Let your head be heavy again. Only go as far as your body allows. Don't push. Take a breath in. Exhale, press into the left foot to shift forward to table, and then inhale, come up to kneeling on that left knee and shin with the right leg still extended out beside you. Right hand onto the right thigh. Inhale, reach the left hand out and up. And exhale, side bend towards the right. Lengthen your tailbone down. Spiral your chest towards the sky as you lean your left shoulder back. Maybe look up towards the ceiling. 1 more breath in. Exhale, come back to center, a T shape with the arms, and then use your left obliques to, with control, set your left hand down to the floor, and then reach your right arm overhead. So opening your gate, or maybe more so like a supported side plank here. Right arm is alongside the right ear. And here again, you could lean your right shoulder back, send your gaze up. 1 more breath in. Exhale, using those obliques on the right side to really help you lift up with control. Bring your hands down in front of you again, and then we're going to lift the right leg up, send the right leg back, take a pause here, square off the hips, and then see if you can spin on your left knee to point the left toes over to the left a little bit more like a kickstand. Open your hips towards the right, stack the right hip on top of the left. Reach your right arm high, half moon, the knee down variation. Gaze can go up towards the right thumb if that's okay with your neck. Take another breath in and out. 1 more breath in. Exhale to ground your right hand. Hips square to the mat. Keep the right leg lifted. You got this. Step your right foot between or to the outside of the right hand. Tuck the left toe so you can walk that left knee back a little bit more. And then start to kind of shift side to side in your lizard pose. And come to center with this, and then we're going to inhale, flex back through the right toes, walk the hands back, straighten the right leg into your half splits. Exhale, stay here. Keep reaching out through the crown of the head. Almost think about cow pose in the back body. Pulling your heart through. On an exhale, we'll roll through the front foot, walk the hands forward again. Let's walk the right foot in line with the right hip. So your hands are framing your front leg. Tuck the left toes, lift the back knee, and then hop your left foot in a little bit so that you can ground your left heel. Toes point out at a 45-degree angle. Press through the right foot, straighten the right leg into your pyramid pose, folding over your right leg. So if you have blocks today and this feels really challenging and your spine is rounding a lot, you could bring blocks under the hands on any height level to really lengthen out through your spine and then work the forward fold. Or if you're pretty flexible and you've been practicing for a long time, you can let the head be heavy, folding over the right thigh, maybe taking an arm variation. One more breath in. Exhale. Walk the hands to frame the foot if they're not there already. If you're using a block, keep the block under your right hand. You're going to turn your left toes to point out a little bit more. Reach your left arm towards the ceiling for your triangle pose. Send the gaze towards the left thumb this time. Keep pressing the hips forward, lean the left shoulder back. One more breath in. Exhale. Left hand down. If you were using a block, you can move it out of the way. We're just going to bend into the left knee, set the left knee down, and then we'll step our right knee back into table. From here, you could take your hips in circles or side to side. You could take a rest in child's pose if that feels nice. Take a couple more breaths before we do that on the other side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, shift forward, table. Ground down through your foundation. Inhale, lower abdominals draw in as you pull the left knee towards your left elbow. Exhale, extend that left leg out and then set the left foot down. Really ground down through the knife edge of your left foot. All right, inhale here. Exhale, send the hips back. Reach arms forward, forehead to the mat. Again, do not push yourself deeper than where your body wants you to stop. When you learn to listen to what your body is telling you, that's a way of also practicing our listening skills out in life. Also a valuable lesson from this Gemini full moon. Breathe in, lift your head. Exhale, shift forward, table, and then breathe in again to come up to kneeling on that right shin and right knee. Left hand to the left thigh. Inhale, right arm goes out and up. Exhale, take it into the side bend towards the left. Press your hips forward, lean your right shoulder back. Maybe send your gaze up. Take another breath in here. Exhale. Use the control of the right obliques to gently set your right hand down. Left arm goes up and reach it up and overhead. Left arm is next to your left ear. Pressing the hips forward still. One more breath in. Exhale. Use those obliques again to lift up with control. Set your hands down in front of you. Get stable through the shoulders. Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, send it straight back. Adjust the hips. Turn on the right knee, pointing the toes towards the right. Start to stack left hip over right, leaning the left shoulder back. Reach your left arm towards the sky, knee down, half moon. Lengthen down through your tailbone a little bit. Use the glute to get this leg a little bit higher. You got this. One more breath in. Exhale. Left hand down. Right toes point back. Square your hips towards the mat. And then from here, we're going to step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. I'm going to walk my right knee back a little bit. And again, here you can come onto blocks with the hands, or you can keep your hands down on your mat. And just find some little sway side to side with your hips. Come back to center and stillness. And then we're going to press to the right heel, flex the left toes back, walk the hands back. So we have more support, half splits. Keep lengthening through your spine. Imagine that you could drag your left heel towards you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, walking the hands forward. From here, I'm going to grab my blocks as I heel toe my left foot more so in line with my left hip. And then tucking the right toes, lift the back knee, step that right foot in a little bit so the toes can point out at a 45-degree angle. The right heel can be grounded. You can have hands on the blocks here on any height level for your pyramid, really straightening out your spine before you fold any amount. You don't need to be pancaked to your leg to be in pyramid pose. You could be right here, or if you are a little bit more flexible, you've been practicing for a while, you might take a different arm variation and let your your belly drape over your thigh. A few more breaths. All right, if you're using blocks under the hands, make sure you keep that block under the left hand this time. You're going to turn your right toes to point out a little bit more, and then reach your right arm towards the sky, opening into your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Gaze goes up towards your right thumb. Press down through both feet evenly for balance. A couple more breaths here. On your exhale, bring your right hand down. You can move the blocks out of the way, spin on the right toes, lower the right knee down, and then we'll step our left knee back into table. From here, once again, we'll just take a moment to reset the hips, maybe take a little child's pose. A couple more breaths here. Next breath in, lift your head, look forward. Exhale, shift forward to table. If you are in that child's pose, walk the knees under the hips, tuck your toes. Let's move into our first downward dog, lifting the hips up high and back. Because it's the first one, maybe your first downward dog of the day, you could alternate the bends of your knees, shift your hips side to side, pedal out your feet. And come into a still downward dog. On our next inhale, we're going to ground through the right leg, reach the left leg high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee towards your left elbow. One-legged plank. Exhale, set your left knee down under your left hip. Spin on the right foot, so you're paralleling that back foot to the back edge of the mat. And inhale, reach your right arm up. So another variation of your side plank. You can stay here practicing your balance, or you can press through that right foot and left hand to lift your left knee up and then extend your left leg in front of you. Knife edge of the left foot is down on the ground. Press your hips high. Lean the right shoulder back. Gaze up towards the thumb. Fallen triangle. 2 more breaths. Exhale, right hand down, pull your left knee in and step your left foot between the hands. On your next breath in, press down through the feet, reach your arms up into your high crescent lunge. A little bend in that right knee is welcome and encouraged so that we're really making sure we're lengthening the tailbone down. Lift up through pelvic floor, shoulders away from your neck. Take another breath in your crescent lunge. Exhale, drop the right knee or right foot down. Open the arms out to the side. Look over your left fingertips, warrior 2. Next breath in, flip the left palm, right hand to the right thigh. Inhale, lean back. And then exhale, left elbow on top of the left thigh, right arm alongside your ear. This is your extended side angle. Send the gaze skyward if that's okay with your neck. 2 breaths here. Feel this line of energy from your right foot to your right fingertips. And then exhale, right hand towards the right waist. Reach for a block if you're using one. Bring it under the left hand. And I want you to heel toe that right foot in a couple of times. You can even walk your left foot back. I'm going to do that since I have limited space in front of me. Take the block just ahead of your left foot and slightly to the left. Start to send the weight into your left leg and press down to lift your right leg up. Face the hips towards the right side of your mat. Keep the hand on the hip or reach the right arm towards the sky. Your gaze can stay down. This is a very challenging pose. If you fall, it's okay. You can also do this at a wall. We're here for 2 more breaths. It's a practice, not a performance. Be patient. 1 more breath in. Exhale, step the right foot back into your warrior 2 again. Hands to the waistline, parallel your feet. Take a breath in here. Exhale, send the hips back, send the heart forward, and take a rest in a wide-legged forward fold. Hands can come under the shoulders. Let your head be heavy. It's always okay to put a bend in the knees. From here, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your hands around to frame your right foot. Pivot on the back foot into your runner's lunge. From here, we're going to move into a flow. Plant your palms, step your right foot back to plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift forward on the toes. Bend your elbows in and lower to the belly. Inhale, couple baby cobras to start. Breathe in, lift head and heart. Exhale, lower. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, maybe an upward dog this time. Straightening the arms, pressing into the tops of your feet to lift your thighs. Exhale, press into the tops of the feet to lift your hips, and then flip over the toes. Let's all meet in downward dog. Okie dokie. We have 2 sides of the body, so let's do it on the other side. Ground down through your left leg. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee towards your right elbow. Squeeze it in. Inhale. Exhale, right knee down under the right hip. Spin on the left foot. Parallel that foot to the back edge of the mat. Inhale, left arm goes high. Supported side plank. Remember that you can stay here. If you want a little bit more activation here, you're going to press down through the left foot, press down through the right hand, lift the right knee, extend the right leg, lean the left shoulder back, fall in triangle. Another breath in. Exhale, left hand down, pull the right knee in, spin on the back toes, step the right foot between the hands into your runner's lunge, ground down through the feet. Inhale, arms go high, high crescent lunge. Get your center of gravity right underneath you. Connect with your breath. One more breath in. Exhale, drop the left heel down, open towards the left, look over your right fingertips, warrior 2. Next breath in, reverse, flip the right palm forward, left hand to the left thigh, lean back, breathe in. Exhale, carry that length forward, right elbow on top of the right thigh, left arm alongside your left ear, extended side. Feel that line of energy from the left foot to the left fingertips. Pull shoulders away from your neck. All right, from here, left hand to the left waistline. Heel toe your left foot in a bit. You're going to reach for the block if you're using one, taking it ahead of the right foot and slightly to the right. Start to lean the weight of your body into the right leg. Press down, lift your left leg, stack left hip on top of right, press the hips forward. Maybe the left hand is on top of the left hip, or send it towards the sky. Keep squeezing that glute to get the left foot a little bit higher. You got this. 2 more breaths. Exhale, step the left foot back, warrior 2. Lunge into your right leg. And then inhale, straighten the right leg, parallel the feet, hands to the waist. Take a breath in, lift your heart. Exhale, lean forward, forward bend. Hands can rest wherever's most comfortable. A few breaths here. Next breath in, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your hands around to frame this left foot, and then we're going to step left foot back into plank. 1 more flow here. Excuse the creaky old floors in this house. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift forward, lower to the belly. Inhale, lift head and heart, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome work. Take 2 more breaths here. On your next exhale, begin to lower your knees down. Swing your legs to one side, send your hips back. Let's all meet reclined onto the back. Starting to close down our practice, cool things off a little bit. Come into constructive rest pose. Soles of the feet grounded, knees pointing skyward. We'll move into our reclined pigeon from here. Left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Left knee drifts away from you. Take a breath in here. Exhale, pull the legs closer. Hold on to your right leg wherever's accessible. Relax your shoulders and your head down into the mat. One more breath in. Exhale, release the right foot down. Keep the figure 4 shape. We're just going to let the right thigh and left foot drop over to the right for a figure 4 twist. Left arm can stay beside you, or it can go up overhead, whichever is more comfortable. Just a few breaths here. Begin to feel your heart rate slowing down, your breath evening out again. Use an inhale to float your legs up. Exhale, release and uncross. Other side, right ankle on top of your left thigh, right knee away from you. A breath in here. Exhale, pull the legs closer. Hold on wherever is comfortable to you. Breathe here for the deep hip stretch. On your next exhale, let go of whatever you're holding on to. Keep the figure 4 into our reclined figure 4 twist. Right foot down, left thigh down to the left, right arm beside you or overhead. A few breaths. Next breath in, float the legs back up. And then finally, make your way into your Shavasana of choice for the day. If there's any wiggles that would feel good to you as you make your way there, you can take those wiggles. This is your time. And just eventually find yourself settling into stillness and silence. Please stay for this last little bit. Give yourself the gift of rest after that really strong practice. You'll hear my voice when it's time to come back. Enjoy your rest. Remaining just as you are, begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. You can start to wake your body up with small, gentle movements. Perhaps those expand into a big full body stretch, reaching your arms long. And exhale, soften and let go. When you're ready, roll yourself over to one side. Make your way up to a seat. There's no hurry at all. Eventually, sitting up tall, softening the eyes down, taking these last couple of moments to acknowledge the impact of your practice and to reconnect with your full moon in Gemini intention. And with gratitude in our hearts, bring palms together in front of the heart space. We'll close our practice together with one chant of Om. Wherever you are with your breath, take a deep breath in and exhale to chant. Om. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your practice with me. I hope that this practice has served you well. Please let me know how it went for you in the comments down below, and feel free to also leave me a suggestion for a future class. I always appreciate the inspiration. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I put out new classes every Sunday. It's a great way to support free yoga on the internet, and I hope that we can practice together again very soon. Thank you. Namaste.